Neighbors, written by Adam Valdivia. I really hate having neighbors. They're always so noisy and filthy. Not to mention these young kids, they have no respect for older folk. I tell you, I can't stand being next to these new age brats, always cussing up a storm, airing out their dirty laundry for everyone to see. Back in my day, you used to keep things private and family friendly. But, that was a long time ago, and things have changed. For the worst, I might add. The last neighbors who lived next to me must have been into some terrible things. Drugs, I suspect. Not too long ago, the police had come knocking on my door asking about them people. I told them I had nothing to do with them because of how rude and disgusting they were. The officer was an older gentleman, like myself. We talked for a bit, and I nodded to him, the way only a gentleman like myself would. We grew up the same, you see, and had an understanding just from that little bit we shared. These young people would know nothing about that. Always talking about, shouting at each other, asses hanging out, tits knocking about and holding their cocks like they was falling off. Foolishness, all of it, I tell you. These last few weeks had been so peaceful without that racket going on next door. It was nice. Up until I got up this morning to this jackass and his friends moving into the house. Bunch of pricks, all of them. I imagine they're college kids from the way they dress. How in the hell these kids can afford it is beyond me. Look at them bringing all that nonsense in. Foosball table, big old televisions. Jesus, even a stereo system. These damn kids better not be playing music all hours of the night, or there will be hell to pay, I tell you. What's this? What's with all that filming equipment? Oh my God, look at those young ladies, practically naked. Oh, have mercy, that's one's wearing a thong. I think I know how they got that money to pay for all that expensive stuff. Man could make a lot of money doing that kind of work. Oh Lord, forgive me. These kids are gonna be doing some awful things in that house. Maybe the last family that was there wasn't so bad. The man was decent enough. His wife had a bit of a mouth on her, but I guess I do tend to ramble on sometimes about the noise. I need to have a seat. That's much better. Let's see. Michael. Ah, yes, Michael. He wasn't that bad of a fellow. Worked at the lumber yard. Bit of a drinker. Had some shouting matches with the missus. Think he might have hit her, but honestly she probably provoked him. Though, if you ask me, she was a sturdy woman and could take a little punishment. Had a hell of a right cross, too. I know Michael felt her swing a few times. He probably wrote it off to his buddies saying he was mugged or some garbage like that. She was named Alexa, Spanish, I think. She had a hell of a temper, so I assume she had a little Spain in her. Not too bad of folk, when they weren't up to all hours of the goddamn night making love or fighting one another. Sometimes I think it was a little of both. I remember my first time talking to the young lady. She had come over to introduce themselves. She asked if the missus was home, but I regrettably informed her about how Agnes had since passed 3 years ago. Oh, how I miss you, darling. It was a nice enough conversation, until the bitch asked if I had any of Agnes's old recipes lying around that she might have. No respect, I tell you. Told her to fuck off and to stay off my property. Oh, do I remember how mad Michael was when he came banging on the door. Shut him up soon enough when he saw the judge. Good old revolver. Told him that he and his wife could shove it all for all I cared, and sent him on his little pansy-ass way. A few weeks went by. The racket kept up. Now, last time I saw the pair, I think they had made me a pie. It was cherry, I think. Tasted store-bought. Awful. And invited me to dinner to apologize for the misunderstanding. Hadn't eaten a home-cooked meal in such a long time. I shouldn't have gone. The food was tasteless. I was so damn hungry, though. I remembered where you had kept your old cookbook. You know, the leather one passed down by your family. I told them I'd show them a thing or two and make them a meal worth remembering. Damn, that was a good meal. I had everything prepared. For Michael, I figured I'd do something with potatoes, since he seemed like that kind of man. For Alexa, I did a spicy fried dish, since that's what they mostly ate, I reckon. Son of a bitch, though, it wasn't easy. putting up all that damn tarp and getting the house all set up. I didn't want to make a mess. He always scolded me when I made a mess. And as soon as they entered, I'd lead them over to the dining area. After I locked the door, of course. They sure didn't mind the plastic on the floor. Shot Michael in the temple. The girl I wanted to keep a little longer, so I hit her with a hammer. Damn, that boy was lean. Working in that yard made him tough as nails. Had to soak that some bitch for at least a few hours. He turned out good enough, though. Fed us for about a week. Plumped up the girl some. I let her go peacefully. I was right. She went great with all that spicy. Oh, darling, how I miss your cooking. You know what? I think I might make the first move this time. Invite these kids over for dinner. Have to be a little creative with the sedatives. Some of these guys are burly. Maybe I'll try the bourbon trick. Still plenty of Alexa left to go around. Better get started. Supper will be real soon. Hi everyone, Ghostpaw here, and I just wanted to say thank you for watching this video. If you'd like to help the channel grow, please hit that like button, share with your friends, leave a comment, and subscribe for more spooky tales. And remember, Ghostpaw is always hunting, and it might just be you.